you please put your phones away, please? Everyone put your phones away, please. Thank you. Let's get them hands clapping for the beautiful couple, come on!
I'm Emilie. I'm gonna sing a song for Seth. Please be nice.
We tried.
I've been crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I can make you happy, make your dreams come true. Nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you, to make you feel my love.
Okay, ladies and gents, kindly please take your seats very shortly. We've got our performances starting. So I need all the dancers to get ready, and everyone else, please take your seats, please take your seats. Where's the bride and groom? We need them there. Some noise! Keep them hands clapping. That's it, we want the girls to scream. All the girls scream for the boys. Right, here we go. Are you ready, boys? 3, 2, 1. Get them hands clapping. Clap, 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 clap. Absolutely fantastic. Keep them hands clapping. What a start, what a start. Right, our next performers please for London Dhamaka. For our next dancers, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Absolutely fantastic. Get them hands clapping for our performers. And also the beautiful bride, surprise dance by the bride. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Get them hands clapping. Thank you so much. Fantastic performance once again. Get them hands clapping for the bride and groom, their first dance as a married couple. Make some noise!
thing on our own. Those three words are said too much. They're not enough. If I hear, if I just met you, would you run with me and just walk the road? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me
Fantastic. Once again, big round of applause for the bride and groom. Keep them hands coming. Make some noise. Come on.
I hope everyone's had a really good time and whatnot. So just a little speech. So Seth, we know him all by different names. So Salad, Seth-Uddin, News Reporter, Dumbo, Bye, Big Bye. However, we can all agree on one thing. No matter what you call him over the years, he's remained the same talkative, confident, handsome young man with a heart of gold. As a dad, it's been wonderful to be on this journey with him, whether it's standing in a freezing cold on the side of a football pitch. If you know Seth, who's the best footballer to never make it, to me and his mother hiding his controllers and keyboard to stop him from playing computer games at night. So to watch him become a fantastic kickboxer as he got older, it's been a fantastic ride. If you know Seth, it can be dramatic. He once said sinus pain was worse than childbirth. We spent the night at hospital just for the doctors to laugh at us in the morning. But he's one of my best friends. He always has an opinion of something, which makes him a fantastic person to talk to. And I can speak for my entire household when we say we wouldn't change him for the world. He has found a really special person in Emilie, and we were so happy as parents that he's found someone as loving and caring as her, with a personality and sense of humour to put up with him. Right. Seth will be moving to London after the wedding. So we have a running joke in the family that normally families give their daughters away, but we're giving away our son. But in all honesty, we couldn't wish for a better family for Seth to be joining. So with love in our hearts and a tear in our eye, we send our congratulations to Seth and Emilie and wish them a long and beautiful marriage, inshallah.
Jonathan, Emilie's brother. And I'm Willem, Emilie's brother-in-law. Right, start saying it's a long one. Growing up, every year for Christmas and our birthdays, my sister and I would ask our parents for a baby brother or sister, or a pet bird. After 10 years of waiting, we had given up all hope on both the sibling and of course the bird. Emilie came as a surprise to Isabel and I. The year was 2000, and the pair of us were being scolded in what would soon be Emilie's bedroom. The reasons for our punishment were unknown, but I vividly remember my mum getting very angry, very angry, as you know, and my dad interjecting, "Oh, Lucy, don't get too angry, what about the baby?" At that moment, we thought they were joking. The years watching Emilie grow up seem like a blur now. I still remember vividly as a baby, playing in the garden where she would sit on the picnic mat, waiting for someone to bring her toys like a princess. Back then, movement and exercise were definitely not her forte. And I have to say, not much has changed in that department since. My task for many years, when Emilie was a young child, was to be in charge of what was known as the princess bag. A special bag containing Emilie's water bottles and snacks. I hope Emilie remembers the princess bag and credits me with keeping her hydrated as she grew up and when she eventually becomes a famous filmmaker. Speaking of film, I do remember that her inspiration for getting into film and TV was the cinematic masterpiece, 12 Dancing Princesses. Emilie's favourite film growing up. I believe Isabel and myself have probably watched it over 20 times, with Emilie to the point where we know all the favourite parts of the movie and can skip to depend on the DVD that she enjoys the most in the car. Her passion for TV and film would absorb us all over the years. One of my favourite memories of recent times was assisting Emilie as she directed and filmed a promotional video for Isabel and William's art gallery. We spent a fun day in Hong Kong together with all of them as we explored the history of my grandfather's clubhouse, which now serves as the location of the art gallery.
I first met Emilie when she was 16 years old. She was still in boarding school and still had a mouth full of braces. Back then, she was mostly concerned with passing her A-levels and testing into a good university. Over the past decade, I've seen that young girl grow into a beautiful woman. One who is quiet and reserved, but nonetheless assured and confident. Emilie's quiet nature, or given Emilie's quiet nature, it may come as a surprise, but she's often taken a path less followed, trusting her intuition and her mind above preconceived notions of how to live. Her youthful concerns about university quickly abated. For example, after attending university for only a year before she realized that she already had the skills and the knowledge to begin pursuing a career she loved. She since has worked on projects in film and TV with actors, producers, and companies that we're all familiar with, whether we know them by name or not. 2 years ago, Emilie made yet another unexpected and confident decision, and that was to introduce a man to the family, Saif Jones. And Saif was not who I had expected to meet. Perhaps it was Emilie's boarding school days that led me to make certain assumptions about the kind of guy that she might fall for. But I was so happy when in December of 2025, as we were celebrating the holidays in Hong Kong, I got to meet this charismatic guy from Burnham. Saif came across as incredibly confident, as we all know. He was outspoken, ambitious, and unencumbered by who and what society expects of him, even as he was immersed in a culture that must have been really foreign to him at the time. I think of him as a fish in water in almost any situation, even if he regularly tries to jump the pond.
And we have our next speaker, please. Big round of applause. Thank you.
Hello. What is this one? This one? Sorry. Hi, good evening, everyone. Step up. So, for those who do not know me, I'm Harry. And I've had the privilege of knowing Saif, Salad. There's a few other names I can think of, but I don't think it's the best place to bring them up right now. So since we're about 12 years old, which is about year 7, I would say, that's over a half time of memories, some good, some questionable, and a few that definitely shouldn't be repeated in here. We grew up together, which means I've seen Saif at your best, at your worst, and I've definitely seen the worst haircuts you've ever had in your life as well. I don't want to go into the fashion choices you've made as well. Those haven't been the best, I'll be honest with you, but I've also been through those as well, let's be honest. But through all of that, one thing that's always been consistent is loyalty, his character, and the kind of person he is at his core. If you know him well, you'll know he's someone who always shows up, whether it's for his friends, his family, or anyone who needs him. He's always there, and that's something you don't come across often. Now, Emilie, I have to say you've done very well. Not just because you found someone like Saif, but because you brought out the absolute best in him. Since you've come into his life, there's been a noticeable shift. He's calmer, more focused, and somehow more grounded, which, if you knew him at 18, is quite an achievement. But more importantly, it's obvious that everyone here, that what you guys have is real. It's built on respect, trust, and genuine connection. Not just big moments, but everyday ones that actually matter. Saif, I've known you for a very long time, and I can honestly say that I've never seen you as sure about anything as you are with Emilie. And that tells me everything I need to know. But more importantly, I'm coming to that. But more importantly, it's obvious to everyone here that what you two guys have real. And I've known you for a very long time. And marriage isn't. I want to give you a send-off message, and that is, marriage isn't just about today. It's about everything that comes after today's celebration of the day. the challenges, the compromises, the growth, and if there's one thing that I'm certain of, that the two of you are more than capable of handling whatever comes your way. I love you both. It's an honour and a pleasure to be here today. To a lifetime of loyalty, laughter, and standing by each other, no matter what. Please raise the glasses for these two couples here today.
Once again, big round of applause.
We are Emilie's bridesmaids, and today we wanted to let you know what an amazing friend Emilie has been to us all these years, and we'd like to share 2 stories that show you how we grew up with her. And that is the kind of generous person Emilie is, always so kind and willing to offer her help. And we've had lots of adventures since. Obviously I won't recount them all now, but it's been such a pleasure growing up with you. And yeah, I just, Saif is so lucky, and I can't think of someone better for you to share the rest of your life with. So
let's give another toast to the bride and groom.
Well, I've known Seth for 5-6 years now, and our friendship started a bit rough, I'd say. I was not in the best place of my life, and we lived really far apart from each other. And this guy, he would never leave my side, and that is a true friend. And I appreciate him so much for that, for always sticking by me and always being by my side, even though we were a few hundred miles away, give or take. A little bit more maybe. And he's just been a big part of my life for 5 years now, and we've had some good times, we've had some bad times, but I'm still here and he's still here, which is the most important part, I guess, because he's stuck with me for life now. And Emilie, I've known you for 2 days now. A huge amount of time, but I can see your kindness, and you have this way of bringing him back to earth, kind of relaxing him a bit, because he's a bit up there sometimes, as you know. And I really appreciate both of you, and I think that you make a lovely bride and groom, and that you'll have a nice family, and I'll be proud of it. So I'll see you in a few years. Thank you.
I met Emilie last year. We worked on the same film, and I knew instantly that we would be great friends. You don't get 6 AM starts together without becoming close. Emilie was my bright light on that job, and I feel incredibly lucky to have met her and to have the honour of calling her my friend. I had heard so much about Saif, so when you finally got to meet him, I was so happy to meet a kind, caring and funny person who matched Emilie equally in all of those elements. It has been so lovely to get to know you and to see you guys together. You are both so well matched, and I know that you will have the happy marriage full of laughter and adventure and maybe a bit of cooking, if it's steak only. I feel very lucky to be part of your story, and I know that you'll do incredible things together. Every day on the bitter end, Emilie would ask me what I thought about that day, and I've only got one answer now. Amazing.
I remember when you had my hot chip. So, I don't typically pre-plan much, so this is straight, just for, so I said off the dome, but she doesn't get the reference, so it's just straight from the heart. So, we met two or so years ago working in film. My whole intention with film was to go lose some weight, because I put on a lot of weight, sitting around playing games all day, and I thought it'd be a good idea to go into film. We met 2-3 weeks in the job. She came in, introduced each other, and I thought it was just that. I actually thought she was it Korean when I first met her. That is obviously very wrong. She's definitely Chinese, but it took me a few months to figure that out, but you know, it's in the past. But yeah, so after film we just, I don't know, started talking. I don't know how it goes, you know how it goes. I don't have to go into detail.
No, we want details.
I don't know, like a date or something, cinema. We actually went to the theatre, which was quite a good experience. I've never been to a theatre before.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I don't either, don't worry. But long story short, I'm very fortunate to have such a beautiful wife, very intelligent, and she has made me a better person in more ways than one.
Yeah.
So obviously, but yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I didn't plan too much, but for everybody here, we appreciate you all coming, making the effort to come here. Some of you come across continents, countries, some of you gone like 5 minutes, wherever you made the journey, and we appreciate that regardless. And yeah, to everybody that made speeches, all these speeches are, you know, very close to our hearts. Some of you did bring me some tears, which I do appreciate. And obviously, we had a river down here, so you know that's a problem of its own. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the food, enjoyed coming here. And for some of you guys, this is the first time seeing South Asian culture. So hopefully we've made you guys feel comfortable and you guys feel more involved. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for coming.
Okay, I think with the other table, and I want everyone to join in with me. Are we ready for the countdown? I can't hear you. Are we ready for the countdown? Right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make some noise. Get them hands clapping. 3 cheers for the newlyweds. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. And one for luck. Hip hip. We want to see all the family and friends on the dance floor. Come on! Get the bride and groom on there as well. Get the bride and groom. Seth and Emilie with the parents.
Y al ritmo como lo tiene, hago música que entretiene. El el mundo nos quiere, me quiere a mí, toda mi gente se mueve. Mira el ritmo como los tiene, hago música que te tiene. Mi música los tiene fuerte bailando y se baila así.
Estamos rompiendo la discoteca, la fiesta no para, apenas comienza. Se cansa, no quiere, la, cancha, le gusta.
Let's get them hands in here for this one. Come on. Raise them hands. Shake that thing, come on. Yes. Where's the groom? We want the groom on the dance floor as well. And mum and dad as well, the mums and dads, come on. Right. We've got some live entertainment for you, as you can see on stage. We've got the dynamic duo Batman and Robin. Here we go. Let's go.
Don't you